all you coin collectors out there, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we're going to take a look at some 1972 United States quarters. And I went to the bank, my local bank, and I got about 5 quarter rolls, and I just looked through them, and I found a bunch of 1972 quarters. So I said, well, I'm not sure why I found those, but why don't I do the 1972 quarters and go from there? And when you look at the 1972 quarters, let's see if we can get one of these a little bit closer up. There's one there. We see that it says Liberty at the top, In God We Trust, and is George Washington facing to the left, in 1972 here. This quarter has been made since 1965 in this version, which is the non-silver copper-clad, copper-nickel-clad copper version. So what that means is that the very center is copper, and then there's a copper-nickel blend that goes over it. You see that it has a reeded edge, and on the back, of course, you see that it has the eagle with its wings spread. It has standing on a sheaf or shaft of arrows, and down here we have an olive branch that goes underneath. At the top it says United States of America. Underneath it says $quarter, and right here it says E pluribus unum. Now this is a John Flanagan engraving. He did both the front and the back of this coin, and in case you're wondering, there are 119 of these lines or reeds in the reeded edge. Now in 1972 they made 3 different versions. They made the Denver mint version, and you see here there's a D here. Let's see what else we got. There's another one with a D, so that's for Denver. And in Denver in 1972 they made 311 million. And so that's one of the reasons we see a lot of them out there, because that 1972 was one of the biggest years. There's another D for Denver. There's another D for Denver. So a lot of Denver mint ones, and that's probably because they made so many. This is a blank one here, and so that would be the Philadelphia mint. And at the Philadelphia mint in 1972, they made 215 million. So about 100 million less at the Philly mint. And then this last one, and they get kind of dirty, is another D, and see how that D kind of gets mushed down. I wanted to show you this also, and this is not anything that was wrong with the coin. When it was made, it just got worn down this way, and so it got so worn down, probably from use in machines or whatever, that it looks like it blends in, but that's not a minting error, that's simply the wear of the coin. So between the 2 Denver and Philadelphia mints, they made about 526 million of these coins, and then they also made 3.25 million of the proof sets. Now the proof sets right now, I looked at Coin Week before I did the video, and the proof sets now go between 3 and 4 times the set value. Maybe 350 for a whole proof set for all the coins. So this coin is not a valuable coin even in the proof set. I'm guessing that you might be able to get this coin and very fine or even above for way less than 50 cents, perhaps 30 to 40 cents. So not a very expensive coin, probably never will be, and it's good to have it in your collection. And the reason that there were so many 1972s made was that essentially the reason that there were so many 72s made was because in 1967, in 1966, they made 2.3 billion quarters to start off this set, and then in 1965 they made 1.8 billion. So they made 4 billion in the first 3 years, 65, 66, and 67, and so there was a glut of them. And it wasn't until 1970 to 1972 that they had to start making more of them again. So 1972 is a big year, but it's not worth almost anything. I would say if you got these quarters, take them out and spend them as quickly as you can. Have a great day from DC Coin World International Coin Channel.